So I think what a lot of people aren't realizing right now is that it is actually one of the best times to start a business. Everybody is so insanely distracted right now. There's so much going on in the world that people are just constantly distracted. But the truth is that's never going to change. There's always going to be a lot of drama in culture, in politics, in the capital markets. Always, it's always going to be that way. So the thing that you got to do to actually change things for yourself, if you want to grow, build wealth, build the best reality for yourself, is to build income streams, build a business, build your own systems made of products and services that you can use, that you can actually control to build your wealth. Now, there are many ways to do that now. There's like the accessibility for business platforms is it's on the extreme end with the maturity technologically of the internet and everything that's on it now. There's an insane amount of stuff we can use to build businesses. There's Shopify, Amazon FBA, there's consulting platforms, there's platforms like Twitch and YouTube, Rumble, all this stuff for digital media streaming and broadcasting and just posting digital content out there. It's like we have limitless options now. It's really silly not to build something at this point. And when there's a vast, macro market downturn, it's actually one of the absolute best times to build, because things, apart from like the drama that people are going to talk about with all what's going on with banks, what's going on with crypto, whatever, there's those complications, but it's not like in a time of hyped up excitement where people are going to be trying to pull you in a million different directions. So that's the time in which you really do need to focus as much as you possibly can on building your own avenues of building wealth. So like I said, Shopify, Amazon FBA, consulting, digital media streaming, all those things, like there's limitless platforms for it. You want to build an education site, there's so many places to go to. There's learn worlds. There's you can put a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube or Twitter or wherever. You can build up that way. And there's so many apps for those platforms too, or that you can use to streamline the processes. Like if you were to go sell physical products on Shopify, you can use things like Oberlo and all these like shipping, labeling type services and apps you build into it. There's advertising apps for Facebook and Instagram that are Shopify integrations, that just streamlines everything. So, it's like the accessibility for this, for building a business online, it's like we live in an incredible generation, incredible era of technology where like this didn't exist 30, 40 years ago where this accessibility was this open. With that does come a greater degree of competition, sure. But the thing is, if you become incredibly efficient, focused, organized, you're going to beat out so much of that competition because so many people are distracted. So, you cut out all these extra expenses, all the, extra nights out wasting money, all the extra, binging Netflix and all this and whatever, this stuff that's taking all your time, energy, and focus. Just funnel all that into building your own reality that you want for yourself. And then, like it's going to be a lot easier to be able to sustain the blows in the macro economy if, like that shit won't phase you if you have all of your own income streams that, if one thing gets taken out, you've got 5 other things that are actually taking care of you. So, that's the big thing I think people really need to realize right now is we live in this insane era of being able to build things efficiently, that, wasn't around before. And the flip side of that too is that when you do start rocking and rolling with your business, with your income streams, with all these, digital income streams that you can build wealth with, in the economic downturns, you can buy all these cheap assets now because everything's just been getting wrecked. So you find the things that are sustainable, that are, the big things that will probably survive but have taken a hit. And then you buy that. In my opinion, that's what I'm going to be doing. Obviously not financial advice for everybody. Just go out and do that without doing your due diligence. Always do your own due diligence. Investing is your own risk to take. So, but that's an advantage that can be found. that's it would be crazy not to take advantage of that. Is whatever income you're not funneling into your business, whatever profits your business is producing that aren't being funneled back into it to continue to build it, that you don't have to use on expenses or anything. Assets are cheap right now. Just saying. Stocks, crypto, it's all like, it's crazy, the prices. I think we're going to see some of the best prices right now and throughout the year that, I think 5 years from now, it's going to be laughable when people aren't buying. That's not saying that it's, it's not a crazy bear market or a crazy bull market territory. It's saying gauge your risk appropriate to you. And what I'll be doing is I'll be dollar cost averaging and putting aside a percentage to do that, so where it's easy. The point is to make it super easy. Is, you make it to where everything is streamlined to the point where if you are buying things, assets that you think, oh, well, yeah, sure, there's a risk to this. But if you're buying at a percentage at which, let's say it gets wiped off the board completely, if it doesn't create a negative impact on you because you're buying at a healthy percentage for everything that you need, everything you need is taken care of, and this is a very small percentage of the greater whole, and it gets wiped out, then, if you don't have something that's, you're not going to be nearly as concerned. Now, obviously, the benefit is, doesn't get wiped out, it survives, and because you bought it so cheap, the exponential factor of buying during a bear market it's excessive. So that's why you can mitigate risk with, doing that dollar cost averaging percentage, which is just picking a percent amount that's appropriate to what you can handle and then just doing it gradually rather than buying huge chunks at a time. So doing that, curbing that risk, and just slowly building that into your finances while spending the majority of your monetary energy, resources, physical and mental energy towards building your own income streams to generate wealth that you can control, that's the main thing to do. And then, so that's why we live in this beautiful time right now, even though people are running for the hills and freaking out about the capital markets and about these banks that are folding because they made all these bad calls and risks with other people's money. While people are freaking out about that, build. Seriously, just build. It's like other people's distractions is, one of the greatest advantages you can have when they're distracted with all of that. Be building.